Gentlemen, welcome to our review session. Today is the 28th of October, and today we're going to go through our favorite pairs: Nasdaq 100, US 30, and German 30. Today we're going to go have a little bit of a review and see what happened today throughout the day during open and how the market played throughout the day. So without further ado, here's our first pair that we're going to analyze, and this is US 30. US 100 Nasdaq. So as you saw earlier on in the video, as I always do, I do an analysis of how the market plays out, and how I analyze the market. So as you can see over here, if we go onto the 4-hour of the chart, as you can see, price is in a bullish movement, right? So now to get an in-depth analysis, we go down to our 1-hour time frame. So now what we need to do is make a story of how we want market to play out, or how do we think market's going to play out, right? So first and foremost, what we do is that we find our areas of value. So our areas of value, as you can see, is our support over here and our resistance over here, right? So as you can see, price opened up over here and it ranged in between this market. So it was in a ranging market within the 1-hour time frame, right? So price hadn't broken above this resistance and hadn't broken below the support. So how can we see that, and how do we see it's our area of value? We see price rejecting our resistance level twice over here, and price rejecting our support level over here. So as you can see, price played around within this zone and it pushed down to the downside over here. So now we need to do our checklist, right? So our checklist number one is to find the trend. The trend is an uptrend. To find the area of value, which is in our support and resistance within our ranging zone over here, right? So where would we have taken an opportunity within this market? So as we go down to our 30 minutes, we see this, right? So now we see price came down to our support level here, which is our area of value. So what time was this around? This was around 8:30 in the morning. So 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So if you were going to take this risk, and if you were going to take the risk of entering this trade, you were going to enter it over here, right? So as you can see, we're going to enter because we see price is not able to break the structure, right? So what we would have done is take a long position, go in there, right? Put our stop loss there, into the trade there, and there would be our take profit. So you'd enter in there, and throughout the day price was escalated. It broke our support level, it broke our resistance level here, and pushed to the upside. Retested this zone and pushed again to the upside, right? So now we can see it reached another zone, which was around another zone. So we wait. So another opportunity that you could have taken with this trade was during the lead towards 3 o'clock, 3:30, right? So as we always do, is we draw our area of value over there. We saw price break and started rejecting the zone, so it broke us resistance and is now our new support. So our areas of value was there, and our area of value is also on top of here. So we saw price break our area of value, retested, rejected. So this was the candle at 3:30. So price, you saw it moved to the upside and moved to the downside, throwing out fake outs between on the top side over here and at the bottom side over here. So what we had to do is wait for price to go into the direction in our favor. So we saw price went down to the downside, we weren't going to enter because he was no retest, or he was no retest. So we waited for price, it rejected, and there we were going to take our long position, enter like that, and enter through the market, and there we go, push to the upside, and the price had pushed to the upside, and there it's in our favor again through our momentum, right? So what we see currently that is happening now, because we have US earnings and it's going towards the earnings, which is now at 10 o'clock. Let us just wait and see how price plays out over here. It is kind of like watching paint dry, but as you can see, price has broken this structure over here on top of here, and we could see price break through to the upside, right? So let's just wait and see how price plays out. Just play a little bit of music while this goes on.
Sick shit, bro. Straight up.
Hela, South Africa. You are running out of time. You can see it everywhere.
Niggas that try circle back. Slugger got head up in the party, did a dance. Since like that and they don't post them on the gram. Say free my niggas, swing his knife all in the can. You see that cut and shit, he wind up dead. Boy play with me, we got Glocks and BMBs. And there's a difference from a robber and a thief. Taliban ain't do no drugs, but when he kill shit, he get geeked. I knew that nigga was dead when he popped up on my feet. My eyes say crippin', but lately they had to bleed. See, that Glock right on my lap, not under the seat. Free my nigga, he a nightmare, he a dream. Hit the floor, pray for my niggas for the mail, they won't receive. They got my nigga behind the wall. And Crody killed so much shit that he had to find a law. And murder, we broke my shit down the law. Little bitch, I hit that beat and walk that shit just like a paw. On lil' bro, put him youngins in the car and tell him go. Rap the plug, if we can't get to him, rap his little bro. From the 6, but I got 36 all in the brick. My OG, he so goofy, he ain't know that I was hit. I couldn't believe it. Soon as I bought my Cuban chain, she called me back. Soon as I ice her on my wrist, she got attached. And see on DCC, this glizzy got attachments. For all these bitch ass niggas that try circle back. Slugger got head up in the party, did a dance. Since like that and they don't post them on the gram. Say free my niggas, swing his knife all in the can. You see that cut and shit, he wind up dead.
Yeah, fuck the fate. Me and my niggas great. We gon' get this cake. Don't get forward, this. Pop bars like bitch made it. All it took was a little bit of patience. I'm different, your bitch is basic. Yeah, still can't believe that I made it. Gotta watch you around me. And fuck away without me. My grandma gone, but I know she proud of me. And I promise ain't no stopping me. Yeah. Let's get but we didn't make me sick. Yeah, Gucci gon' match his fit. Yeah, everyday bitch we lit. Go get it how you live. Or just all get rich. Make these haters sick. They won't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. Soon as I bought my Cuban chain, she called me back. Soon as I ice her on my wrist, she got attached. And see on DCC, this glizzy got attachments. For all these bitch ass niggas that try circle back. Slugger got head up in the party, did a dance. Since like that and they don't post them on the gram. Say free my niggas, swing his knife all in the can. You see that cut and shit, he wind up dead.
Yeah.
Playmakers.
Yeah. Can't believe that I did it.
I done really got these riches, I done moved from the side, now I want to tell me hello. Yeah, I don't made it out of ghetto. Steady counting the narrow. Cash out on the car, I'ma smash it the pedal. I'ma smash it the pedal. I ain't had no time to settle. Really do this for my hood, I kept it cool, calm, mellow. Niggas ain't no kettle. I done put my brothers on the payroll. They help me down so much that I can't say no. Stick it with you, take a thing, got each other to the end. You can have it, we gon' lay low. We was kids taking up these Legos. We the men that living off the yayo. I don't know why they keep thinking I'm a fool. So many lies to these niggas untold. Reason why I grind on these niggas 10 toes. In and out of town, getting a bigger bankroll. And I ain't proud, so these niggas talk foul. I was round when you niggas run round. Young gunner, you done really held it. Held it down like the motherfucking ground. Bought a mother truck mounted in the sky. Turn it loud, let me hit surround sound. Stone on some motherfucking high. Smoke a pound as a motherfucking pound.
Okay, we'll come back to this one.
Get a plane, then it go and bust it down. Gonna stay.
Okay, we'll come back to this. Let us. Okay, wait. Okay. There we go. Enter cells. Boom, boom, boom. Start. Pack them up. Pack them up. Cell, 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 cell. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a nice melt. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let us go to US 30, the trade that I took today, and let me show you how I went about and how I executed this trade today. So let us go to a 1 hour time frame and let us build up a story. Let me tell you how I went about this trade. Zoom out. So what had happened is that I found my support and resistance line over here, which I identified over here, right? So price had broken out and retested the zone, right? So now what I wanted to do is get a clear analysis of what is going on with the markets, right? So what I had done is gone to the 1 hour time frame. We zoom in here. Let's push magnify. So the beginning of our story was that price was in the uptrend. It pushed up, it broke our resistance, new support now, which is at this zone over here. So it broke, and this is the retest. It retested this zone. So now what identified that this is a supply zone over here is that we saw price could not break this level over here. So as we saw that was yesterday, this is where the candle closed. It closed above our resistance, right? So as it went out throughout the day, this is what price formed. Price formed this structure, which was in a little bit of a ranging zone, as you can see on the 1 hour, right? So in the 1 hour, we can see price couldn't fail to break our resistance and fail to break our support, right? So because of the story that the 4 hour was telling me that it was a break and a retest and a rejection of zone, I was more biased with this trade, right? So what I was looking for is that if price broke above this zone and retested the zone, I was going to enter buys. So what had happened is that before 3:30 had happened, before 3:30 had struck, price broke above and formed this candle over here, this red candle here, right? It went down and it went, then that closed, right? Then I saw a little bit of rejection like that of that zone, and that's when I entered a buy. I entered a buy, then price was playing around this zone, right? Let us zoom in a little bit more. I don't think you guys can really see what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. So I entered above them, and I put my stop loss with just 30 points, and as you can see, it almost took me out of the trade, but it didn't, right? 330 struck, and price pushed up to my side, and I took profit at the zone of 35700, which was why it was my take profit zone, is because of this area over here. And that is how I analyze this pair, and that is how I won this pair. So the next pair that we're going to analyze now is DAX 40. This one was a bit of a frustrating trade for me today. So we'll go on a 4 hour, and what we see is that on the 4 hour, okay, let's go to our daily. So on our daily, what we can see price is doing, it's an uptrend. It formed a higher high over here, formed a higher low, impulse move, and now it's retesting and pushing to the downside, right? We're hoping that it retests this zone over here. Sorry. So now we'll go to a 1 hour time frame to get an in-depth analysis of what is really happening with this trade, right? So because we got our story of the 4 hour, we now see that it's a retest. It's part of the correction phase over here, right? It's part of the retest, this zone over here. So this zone over here happened yesterday, and this is what happened today. So what we had to do is find our area of value. Our area of value is our resistance over here and our support zone over here, right? So how we identified our resistance zone, our support zone, is because of this zone over here, and price was this zone over here. This was our this is our level of resistance, of support, sorry. So what price had done today is that it opened up, let's see, 28. Oh, you see, yeah, there we go. So price battled to break its resistance. So that was my area of value there, and this is my area of value there. So what I was hoping to happen with this trade, or what I was waiting and anticipating, was the trade to come up to this side, and if it broke this level and retested, I was going to go for the buy. But as you can see, price battled to break this zone. As you can see, it rejected and it rejected. So as you can see, I also, to give me an extra confluence, I did myself descending flag pattern, right? So as you can see, price is playing within this channel. So what we have done is wait for price to get to this zone over here, see a little bit of rejection, and enter the sells. But I did not go into this trade because it's a little bit choppy, as you can see, and there's no clear indication of it. As you saw, price battled to break resistance, and it pushed down to the downside and all the way to our support level. And as you can see here, price is rejecting this zone and pushing to the upside, right? So what I'm waiting for tomorrow is that price breaks this zone and it breaks this zone again, and that will confirm my bullish movement to the upside. So now I'll wait for price to break and retest and push to the upside, and this will be an area of our first TP, which I think price will struggle to break. And once it breaks this zone, then we off to the next to our next level in which we can take profit. That's it for today, and I hope you guys got a little bit of value of the review session today. So let's go back to NAS 100 and see how it played out with the fundamentals that just came out now at 10:30. chart. Oh, we can see price on the 15-minute is also rejecting, so it's playing within that zone. Personally, I wouldn't have entered this trade because it's so close to market close, and I think it's a very risky thing to go through market close. And plus, I'm not a fundamental trader, so I try stay away from fundamentals as at all cost. I'm purely technical analysis, and yeah. So I think this news is going to factor in tomorrow during market open of New York session, and we'll see price move how it's supposed to move. But we'll see through technical analysis and whatever the case may be. But yeah, we'll speak about that on the next review session tomorrow. And yeah, thank you guys for listening to this session of our review session, and I'll see you tomorrow with another review of how Friday plays out. Okay, cheers, gents.